Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be breaking down the points and costs for the Adeptus Mechanicus Battle Force box set. And thanks for following along with this little mini-series where I'm working my way through all the box sets for 40k and Age of Sigmar. Only 2 to go after this video, so we've almost made it. But in this video we are going to be focusing on the Adeptus Mechanicus Elimination Maniple. Let's address this weird name first. I can't say I'm very fond of it, Elimination Maniple, and I had to look up what Maniple meant. And in case you're wondering, it's a subdivision of a Roman legion containing either 120 or 60 men, or it could be a vestment formerly worn by a priest celebrating the Eucharist, consisting of a strip hanging from the left arm. I'll always just think of this as man nipple. I can't get that out of my head now, so I think it's going to stick. But anyway, that's the name, and here's the models, which is the most important thing. It's a bit of a mixed bag for me. It's got some models in there I really like, and some I really hate. Some of my least favourite in all of Warhammer 40k. But if you're a fan of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you might like everything that's included in here. So let's get working through the video, where I'll be breaking down the price in UK pounds, US dollars and euros as well, and then going through all the points so you'll have a good idea about what to expect should you wish to add this to your collection. I was surprised by this selection of models. I didn't expect to see 6 of the Cataphron destroyers or the breachers in there, so that's a bit of a surprise. I thought there'd be potentially more of the Vanguard or Rangers included, but they've gone for 6 of those, and I was also surprised to see their troop choices, so their battlefield roles are troops. I didn't realise that until I made this video, so I've learned something there. That's really good. But you've got those 2 robots in there, which I think are brilliant models. I love those. And the leader, Belisarius Core, that's a really interesting model. I like that one. I think it's just let down by those breachers for me. But anyway, before we move on to the costs and everything else, let me just say a quick thank you to Firestorm Games for sponsoring the channel. I'll put a link down below where you can follow that to save up to 20% on your hobby products for all your games, not just Warhammer. And Firestorm Games has sent me a special code to share with you where you can save an additional 5% on top of that other 20% saving. It's going to last until the end of November, and that code is hidden somewhere in this video. We thought it would be fun to place it in there, so look out for the gift symbol and the code will be attached to it. So all you've got to do is find that code, follow the link, enter the code in checkout, and you'll make that additional saving. Okay, let's get on with the prices. So we've got Belisarius Core, that's going to be the leader. He's £35 if you pay the full RRP, and I'll be working out the full RRP first, then breaking it down to what we can expect to pay for the actual set, plus any extra discounts. Next, we've got the Castellan robots, my favourite from this set. I think these are brilliant. £47.50 for 2 of them. So if you're going to buy them at this full price, that's pretty expensive for those 2 models. Because they're not that big. They're a lot smaller than you think they're going to be. But they do look cool on the tabletop. And you also get the Data Smith in there as well. Then you're going to get 2 sets of Cataphron destroyers. These are £36 for the 3, and you can also build them as breachers if you want to. So you've got that choice. You could either build them all the same, have a unit of 6 of the same, or split them up and have 2 units of 3, 1 destroyers, 1 breachers. Then you've got the Skitari Vanguard. These are going to give you 10 models altogether, and that's going to cost £30. And you've also got the option to build these as a different unit, which are the Skitari Rangers, which I really like. I think these are awesome models and they're put together really well. So let's take all these prices and work out a combined total of £184.50. Of all the sets, this is one of the lowest price ones, and I'll be doing a comparison video at the end once I've covered them all individually. And so let's have a look at the US price now. So altogether, this lot would come to $288. And then if you want to go for euros, I've been to the French website where it's €242.5. Now, we'll only pay £184.50 if we bought these separately, and hopefully this set is going to be around the same price as last year, so potentially £125 for all these models, which would be a really nice discount. And then let's get that extra saving at our friendly local game store or online with places like Firestorm Games with those extra savings, and you could get this lot for as little as £100, which I think is a brilliant way to get started with an army. Let's have a look at the points now then. And so altogether, you're going to get 740 points. This is very similar to the amount we saw for the Raven Guard, but not as much as we saw for the others, like the Knights and the Custodies, which are over 1,000. But still, it's okay. You've got 740 there, almost enough to get you to that 1,000 point mark, and certainly enough to learn with and get started if you're a new player. Let's have a look at the battlefield roles now. So you're going to get one HQ unit, that's your leader, and then you're going to get one elite with the data smith, and then one heavy support unit, which will be your 2 Castellan robots. You've got to have at least 2 in a unit and up to 6 of those robots. So they're going to take one of your heavy support slots. You've got some options with the Cataphron units. You can either take 2 units, having 3 in each unit, or you can take one of 6. So they could potentially be taking up 2 troop slots. And then you've got the Vanguard or Rangers, which will take up 1 other troop unit. So that's a nice simple layout. I think this is going to be a really good one if you're looking to start playing these. You've got a really nice selection of units there. Some elite, some heavy, your HQ, lots of troops. So yeah, I think this is really good as a starter set. I'm not sure how it would be if you were already collecting this army though. Would you want any more of those Cataphron breachers? I don't know. I think because I haven't played them, I can't really comment on that. And that's where you come in. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Do you think that this is good for new players or better for people who've been playing already? Let me know in the comments section down below. Now at this point in the video, I like to have a look at some of the other units that you might want to add to this to get it up to those 1,000+ points. I like the look of the Dune Crawler. I think that's a nice option to add in there, and also maybe some more Rangers. And if you're going to do that and buy them separately, maybe just go and grab yourself the Combat Patrol, because you'd get yourself another character in the form of the Tech Priest, and you're going to get another 3 of those Cataphrons. So, you know, why not? If you didn't want another 3, you could sell those, but I think just for the other models you get in there, that would be worth doing. Or maybe you wanted something with a little bit more speed, and maybe these Cerberus Raiders would be a good option. Maybe go for 2 lots of these, perhaps, and add those in there. Maybe that'll speed things up a little bit. I definitely think you need more of the Rangers, though. So they'd be my first stop, and then maybe move in and get some of these other units too, before looking at the different vehicles and flyers that are available. So there we go, that sums up the points and costs for this box set, and I hope it's been valuable to you and helped you to decide whether or not you'd like to add it to your collection. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this box set. Do you think they've put some good units in there? Would you have preferred they put some different ones? Is it good to get started with? Good for new players? And what would you add to it if you did buy it? Let me know down below. Looking forward to reading your thoughts. If you'd like to see the other Battle Force box sets, I've done almost all of them. Only the Sanctorium Guard left to go for Warhammer 40k. And if Age of Sigmar is your thing, then I've done most of those now. Just one more for the K-Knight, Slaughter Coven, and then that's all of them covered before I move on to the comparison video that I'll do at the end. And then we'll have a look at all the prices, all the points cost for them all, and see who comes top of the leaderboard. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.